Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Conversations with the Soul. So, I'm Rita Hickman, and it looks like I've got a little bit of glare back on the glass behind me. So let's see if I can adjust that a little bit, make it a little bit less distracting. There we go. And one more thing. That should help too. So, hi, everybody. Nice to see you. We're gearing up for Christmas here in the Hickman household. And as you can see, most of my snow is gone by now, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. Because hopefully we'll have a little bit more snow for Christmas. We'll just have to see how it turns out. So this week we're going to be talking about the chakras. And because as we go into winter, because we've been talking about winter a lot, and as we go into winter, talking about the chakras is a really fun time to work on these things, because you can work on your chakras as big or as small as you want. And when you get a better understanding of what kind of the chakras are and how they work with you, it makes it so much easier. You know, in New Age philosophy, we talk about chakras as if there's something that's really magical and mysterious and crazy, and only special people can see them, and all that other neat stuff. However, the chakras are in line and perfectly in line with a lot of the other things we've been talking about. So it's in line with Asian medicine, it's in line with Native American medicines, both North and South. It's in line with Celtic and Druid and all of those other wonderful cultural traditions. So let's give a basic background on chakras. Chakras come from India, and they come from early on, like around 500 AD, something like that. So the chakras, good morning, Anne, how nice to see you. So the chakras are parts of our body. They're parts of our energy field, parts of our world, let's say, and parts of our body, parts of ourself that here we go. Parts of ourself that are connected to thoughts, ideas, beliefs, felt senses, physical issues, similar to how Asian medicine is. Asian medicine talks about how we have meridians that go through our body, and these meridians are associated with, you know, organs and thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. But the chakras are the same way. Now, most people think there's only 7 chakras. But from throughout history, we've been seeing that there's more than 7 chakras. There's the chakras, then there's like sub-chakras and minor chakras and layers of chakras. So let's simplify this a little bit. Let's say chakras similar to, you know, acupuncture points. Good morning, Rochelle. Let's say chakras are parts of ourselves that aren't just in our physical self, that are also a little bit away from us. Parts of ourselves which are associated with thoughts, feelings, emotions, physical parts of our body, very much like those acupuncture points. They're a little bit more condensed, let's say, because when you work with Asian medicine and you talk about acupuncture points, there's like hundreds of them. You can go kind of nutty trying to figure them all out, and they all have all these special names. If you're starting to get into energy work, or you love energy work, chakras are a nice, simplified way to access thoughts, feelings, emotions, physical parts of ourself, without having to remember all the things having to do with Asian medicine. So the basic ones, and it's nice because the colors follow the, the pattern of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv. There's our root, connects us to the ground. Then there's the next one up, which is more of our power center. So that's orange. And then we come up below our diaphragm, and that's yellow. Then we go to our heart, which is a green-blue. Then we go to our throat, which is blue. And then we go to our third eye, which is indigo. And then above our head, which is violet. Good morning, Carol. How nice to see you. So those are the basic centers. Hi, Sharon. Nice to see you too. Those are the basic centers of the chakras. But remember, since chakras are parts of our body, parts of our, and our body's bigger than our physical self, parts of ourself which are associated and connected, good morning, Melissa, with thoughts, feelings, emotions, ideas, beliefs, organs, all that stuff. There can be lots more of them. And in fact, I believe, similar to acupuncture points, they're not exactly the same for everybody, because we not only have our general chakras, the general parts of our body, but we also have very specific ones. So we may have areas where we've given our focus that we may have a chakra center for us, because we've got a specific association with that. We've got a specific thought, memory, or belief. So different parts of our body are like 3D. They're three-dimensional. They're not just physical. They're not just energetic or mysterious. They are places where our sacred consciousness kind of lives. And our sacred consciousness isn't just one consciousness. I like to think of it kind of in the idea of quantum physics, which is that every part and particle of ourselves has a consciousness to it. And then there's parts of us. So if we go from that interpretation, then every molecule in our body, every little piece of DNA, everything has its own chakra, because it has its own sacred consciousness to it. But we generalize them, we group them together, because it makes it easier for us to do bigger work. So we can have the main ones that are kind of general for everybody, the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet ones, and then we can also have minor ones and ones which are more specific to us that we can work through. So typically they're seen as spinning discs or spinning wheels of light. Now, I like to go from the interpretation that I am not out there coming in. Instead, I'm inside of me coming out. And what does that mean? Good morning, Kelly. Nice to see you. What that means to me is that our self, our consciousness, our awareness comes from outside of us, and we can be felt way further than we are. So it's not so much that there's energy, that we're an energy body that's affecting our physical self. I like to think that it's coming from inside of us rather than outside of us in. And so I come the route, as I said, like with Asian medicine and all of that, I come the route from coming within my consciousness, within my body, and working on those things, and knowing that it will affect everything outside of me, knowing that it will affect the energy field outside of me. If we really want to get bigger, then we'll say, the external affects the internal, and it's a relationship, because that's kind of the truth. But it's easier for me to think of what can I control, what do I have power over, and what I have power over are the different consciousnesses which are in my in myself, in my being. So let's say you want to start working on your chakras, or you want to start learning about them more. Let's do an easy, quick exercise. So I want you to, do you remember when you were a kid in gym class, and they said, okay, we're going to go through your body, and you're going to tighten each part of your body. We're going to come into the different consciousnesses, into our different chakras. We're going to bring an awareness to each one. Now, here's the neat thing about working with the chakras. You aren't just affecting some mysterious, it doesn't really do anything sort of system. You're actually accessing your thoughts. You're accessing your feelings. You're accessing your physical self. You're accessing your emotions. You're accessing all sorts of neat things. So when you start working with your chakras, they're three-dimensional. Actually, they're more than three-dimensional. They're multi-dimensional, and they work with all parts of you. So when you start working with your chakras, you want to start realizing you're going to be affecting yourself in all sorts of wonderful levels. One of the problems that we have in our culture and society is that we've gotten so disconnected from ourselves. And an easy way is to use the paradigm or the description of the chakras to start getting reconnected with ourselves. So here's an exercise I'd like you to try today when you've got 10 or 15 minutes. It's very easy, and it's a nice way to start getting in touch with those parts and pieces of who you are. So I want you to start, at the root, and you're going to start by putting your consciousness in that area. Now, wherever you put your consciousness is where your body puts your puts blood, lymph, nervous system signals. It's like it brings it back online. It's like we are connecting our whole self with a part of ourself that we might have been ignoring or putting off. So we're going to start at the very bottom. Most of you know that the root chakra is way, at the bottom between your legs, and it's between the perineum and your genitals. But that's always kind of creepy to think about it like that. So I think about that whole bottom area. Put your consciousness in that space, and then when you breathe in, expand your consciousness out as if you're going a few feet away from you, and then bring it back in. Good morning, Heather. How nice to see you. And you're going to do that for about 30, 45 seconds. Then I want you to move up to where your belly is. That one's kind of about power and vulnerability. So then you'll bring your consciousness, bring your awareness to that part, to your belly, right around your belly button. And think about it, feel it. Think about how everything in there works and the digestion and food moving through there. Good morning, Doug. How nice to see you. So think about everything that's involved in that. Don't just think of a spinning light. Don't just think of a generalized area. Think of what's all involved, your thoughts around that, the mechanics of it, how it works. Almost like study it, fall in love with it just a little bit. Bring your consciousness to that area of your body. And when you breathe in, expand it, a few feet outside of yourself, and then bring it back in. Do that for like 30, 45 seconds. And then you're going to go all the way up the chakras. You're going to go to right below your diaphragm and think about all of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions associated with that. And then up to your heart, up to your throat, up to your third eye, and then above your head. So you don't have to be super specific. You don't have to come up with crazy things that you need to think about. You're just getting some awareness of what's going on. When you start bringing your body back online, when you start bringing the parts of yourself back online and integrating them again, you become a lot more whole. You're able to do more. You feel less crazy. You get healthier. And this is a really nice, gentle way to start reconnecting what's going on with all of your other consciousnesses. Because we don't want to leave anybody behind. We don't want to leave any part of us behind, because they all have benefits and gifts, and they all have important things that they have to say. So if you get a chance today, take 10, 15 minutes tops and start bringing your body back online. Start bringing everything back online, because we're going to explore one by one throughout the next week. You don't have to have any judgmentalism about it. You can't do it wrong. You're just being curious. You're just kind of like saying hello. So say hello to all those different parts of your body. And we're going to have a lot of fun this week kind of exploring it and healing them and cleaning them up. Because when you get all that energy flowing again, then you feel like a superhero. It's pretty awesome. So that's it for today. I have to run off. I have an appointment going on. And I hope you're as excited as I am about hanging out with the chakras this week. And if you'd love more information on healing and healing your soul and all that other important stuff to do during the winter, go to inspiremassage.com and sign up for our emails, because I like to send out these videos so that everybody can keep on track and we're all part of the same tribe. So have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.